let's dive down a little bit deeper to the people that keep it quiet. And I'm talking specifically to you, the people that are sharers and want to talk to other people. Bravo. I love you. You guys are all stars. I feel like I'm preaching the choir here. You guys are rock stars. My only thing to say to you guys is that are sharers and help other people out all the time. If you run into somebody that's negative, don't become a jaded individual. Just know that they weren't receptive at that point in time in their lives, and that's okay. They might be receptive tomorrow or a month or a year down the road. Don't take it personal, and please, for the love of God, don't change. Staying positive and sharing, and anything that you learn, you share with somebody else. Please keep that momentum going. I truly think that's how we evolve as a society. We have our phones here, and we get on social media, and sometimes we get on social media and all of a sudden we listen to somebody and they teach us something, or there's a new way on how to cook, or the next flip of your thumb, you see somebody that designed their house a little bit better. We are constantly learning on the social media. A lot of things where I don't see that much, except for the really experienced individuals, a lot of people don't read anymore. And that's sad because there's a lot of knowledge in books still that what you read and what you can apply. And the nice part about a book is you might have 10 aha moments in a book. You don't have to read it cover to cover before you apply the knowledge. You can read one or two, put the bookmark in there and put the book down for a month. And then once you're done applying all that information, pick it up and read it again. That's the cool part about a book. I have books that I'm still not done reading that I've started 4 years ago. I have other books that I've burned and turned inside of a month and they're done. I've moved on with them. But the ones that have a wealth of knowledge, I'll actually put it down for a little bit and apply everything that I learned, share it with people and talk about it. Sharing with people too, I will say this, most people do not get into real deep debates unless they're close with their friends. For fear of offending, one. Two, getting what their viewpoint is knocked around and beat up, because that always hurts. It hurts the ego. It hurts the pride. And so I find that when I get in these conversations, it's usually with my very close friends. And when I try and get in-depth conversations with just acquaintances, they shy away. Like, whoa, what are you doing? I don't know you. No, thank you. No, thank you. And they walk away. And so I find myself getting into great in-depth conversations with other business owners that are open books. I've only met you for 5 minutes. You already know the value of learning from somebody and listening. And same here. And so I can get into really deep philosophical questions. How do you greet your team when they walk in the morning? When do you reprimand and how do you do it? When do you give accolades and how and when do you do it? When do you teach? When's the best time to teach? Is it Monday morning? Is it Friday afternoon? Maybe it's Tuesday in the afternoon after they got some stuff done from the weekend and now they're ready to learn. All those different ways to attack the same problem. Man, I could sit there for days and days, just listen and absorb all this information. I'm a sponge. It's amazing. And then we have the people that don't share. I don't believe there's any bad people on this planet. I really don't. I just think there's jaded people. And I think they took a scenario and took that information and did a broad paint brush stroke all the way across life and said, this is how it's going to be for the rest of time, and became a very jaded individual. And I'm here to tell you that if that's you, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for whatever happened to you. I'm sorry for whatever made you think that way and not go back to being a positive, happy, sharing person. I'm sorry. And I'm also want to say, it's not that bad. It's not as bad as you think it is. And if you go back to being a positive person that shares a lot, you're going to find that more doors are going to open for you. In this past year, I have gotten the privilege of investing in 2 different apartment complexes over the last 365 days. I've gotten into 2 of them only because I said yes. And I had a conversation with somebody and they introduced me to somebody. And that person says, by the way, I'm putting the structure in this LLC deal together. Do you want to be a part of it? If I hadn't talked to them and just introduced myself and started asking, pointing questions in a nice way, not digging to find dirt so I can make fun of them, but, in a positive way, all these doors open up for me. And I truly believe that the more that you share and the more that you tell people what's going on in your life, they're going to A, relate with you. B, they're going to want to be around you because you're a safe person. This whole safe thing of have a safe place and all that, I think it's a bunch of malarkey. I think it's crazy. But at the same time, there is a way to make a person feel safe. And that's far different from all the liberal agenda and all that stuff. That being able to just say you're a safe person. When somebody says, hey, I'm hurting, and I go, suck it up. That's not a safe environment. But if somebody comes over to me and goes, hey, I'm hurting, I'm like, oh, what's going on? Physical pain or emotional? Like, no, I'm just down in the dumps for whatever reason. All right, tell me what's going on. And I'll just be a shoulder to listen to. That's creating a safe environment where the person feels okay to share. I think that we all should learn a little bit more on that. I know I could always grow and evolve from that. But being there is just going to help.